Hey Don, congratulations on now 1,300 subscribers. Sorry this video's so late, but reasons we'll get into. I got Caitlin here, my girlfriend,
Hello.
and this little guy's Buddy. He's my adorable kitten who wants to be down, and he wants to play, but he'll beat something up down here. Let's get into this. I commented on your video way after it happened, sort of thing, so that's out of the way. This is several months in the making. It almost feels like. I feel like I'm like starting at dead last and jumping in. So let's show you the comic room. I'm only going to show you where the single issues are because I want you to wait for my 250, which is coming a contest, and I will do a full room tour then. So you're gonna have to wait. But I'll show you where the single issues are right now because it's going to be different when that all happens. It's gonna look better, but it looks a lot like your room. It's a little work in progress there. There's going to be like at least 3 more boxes coming in this week. Yes, there's a Thomas the Tank Engine lunchbox. I've had that since I was 3. And it's metal, so I keep it. Yeah, but the long box is all Star Wars, so the short boxes are the rest of my stuff. So, alright. Oh, watching some Matt's Expanded Universe there. Caitlin's never seen Matt's Expanded Universe. So, okay. Well, let's get into these questions.
Wonderful.
She knows the first couple, but I'm gonna wing it right now. What's your opinion on comics? You're sort of a collector yourself, a little bit.
A little bit. I mainly just have Deadpool though. I enjoy it. I don't like taping the bag shut. It's a little boring.
Oh yeah, we were bagging and boarding my Game Informer magazines.
Very boring.
Because I bought life-size bags. They're not life-size. They're music sheet size. So I have a whole bunch of life-size bags and boards. If anyone wants some of those, you can have them. I'll pay shipping and ship them to you. Well, how do you feel about my addiction to this hobby? Because it's not just comics for me.
No, it's not just comics. I don't enjoy spending 2 hours in a comic book shop.
This is how I knew she was my girlfriend. We were at the shop because it was after Gen Con, and I was like, I need to get back into the Rebirth. It's still a nightmare. There's a pile of Rebirth comics spilled over onto the floor of stuff I still need to read. Which is why I haven't watched anyone's videos, because I'm avoiding spoilers like the plague. That's why I have not interacted with anyone in a while. It's a little chaotic right now. It's also, Dylan, why I haven't done a Legends podcast, because I won't do that until I catch up, which will be this week, because 2 issues come out this week. It's the first light week I've had in, like, several months. Well, Caitlin, do you mind this?
No.
No.
No, because you get to do it by yourself, and I don't really have to interact with it. It's something that just you do.
Well, now Don wanted an intro, but I'm going to go a little further with this.
Oh gosh.
How'd you get into Deadpool and all?
How did I get into Deadpool?
Yeah, because Deadpool's like #1 for you.
Deadpool was the only thing that interested me when my ex-best friend got me into comics.
I know who you're talking about, too.
Mm-hmm.
She who shall not be named.
But she showed me the comics, and Deadpool was the only thing that interested me.
And what all do you have?
Just Deadpool.
Just Deadpool?
Well, and a few Wolverines.
And a few Wolverines.
That's it.
Yeah. What do you think of my lovely collection?
It takes up a lot of room.
It does. Do you have a favorite part of my collection?
Favorite part of your collection?
Yeah.
No, because you haven't shown me it all yet. So
That is true. Basically, with anyone, I show them the two bookshelves. There's one right there, and then there's one back there, because they are the most organized. And even right now, they're not, because the shelf over there has run out of room. Took 2 years, but it's out of room. And now I've moved to the linen shelf, so now my linen is intermixed with books.
wonderful.
And the Star Wars one's almost out of room too. Top shelf there's not much left that will be put on that shelf though. I'm pretty much near the end of that collecting. But yeah, it's getting a little hectic.
Yeah.
Next, would you ever do any of the functions I go to, like
Yes.
a convention?
Yes.
What one would you do?
I would do any of them.
You're not. Even Gen Con, where I go to Tilted Kilt and get really drunk
My boobs are better, so it's okay.
and fall asleep in the convention hall. Yes, that's a story that happened at Gen Con. Matt and I went to Tilted Kilt, which is one of the greatest places on earth. And I got really drunk because I was drinking high alcohol content beer, and I fell asleep in the convention hall of Gen Con. I think that was day 2.
At least they let you sleep and didn't try to wake you up.
No, because the thing with Gen Con is that it's like a 24-hour thing practically. Because the lending library is open all night. People just sleep on the floor. They don't pay for anything. In fact, they will pay you to let you use your hotel room to bathe. Yeah, that's a thing. And you see, I was making fun of people like that, and then I got drunk and passed out mid-afternoon. Dylan and Matt were wondering where I went. I slept for a good, I want to say 45 minutes to an hour. Nap. Yeah, I woke up with a dead leg, and I'm like, oh. But it's alright, I also almost fell asleep at the lending library trying to play Twilight Imperium. Let's see. Do I have any more questions for you? What do you think of the setup here? So I'm all about the setup. I think Don's the same way. We're all the same way. What do you think of it?
What do I think of?
Do you think it's good? Do you think it's organized?
Semi-organized.
Semi-organized. What would you change? Right now.
Right now. Let's clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, I will say I got that new Bose speaker, and it's practically on my AVI switcher board.
You just need to stack things better.
Well, I can't stack certain things at the top load.
Yeah, but
What
If
I
you're
need
not
is a
using
TV
it.
stand on top of this table.
yeah.
I think is the main thing, and I think I want to get a little tripod, so I don't have to stack. I don't have to have that stupid tablet box that camera's on top of. What YouTubers do you watch?
You, Matt now.
Matt now. We did watch Don's video.
We did watch John's video.
Of course. I made sure she listened in, so she knew what she was up for.
After I had already said yes.
After she said yes.
Just to be clear, do you know gaming, film theory, JonTron, and Red Letter Media?
Yes. I got her into Red Letter Media.
That's about it.
I was good with all of them until you said JonTron.
Sorry.
I do not like him. He's kind of a money whore. It's one of my old sayings. Okay. So now we will move away from interviewing Caitlin because I'm running out of things to say. Why do I watch your videos, Don? Because I aspire to be as big a junkie as you are. I mean, I was telling her because I really wanted to. We got into Matt's videos because I needed her to get through all of Matt's expanded universe. So when I reference something from those videos,
I actually know what you're saying.
she knows what I'm talking about. But because of your collection is insane. I mean, it's a whole room of long boxes I love it. I love it. But I don't have that capacity here. Uh, uh, what would I like you to change about your videos? Couple things. One, you need to be on my podcast, Don. I've wanted you on my podcast since the beginning, so you and I need to talk. And we will do another collecting episode because the collecting episode we did, I didn't think I did well on it, and plus Dylan was building a Lego set while we were filming that one because he didn't care. Because hashtag you blame Dylan for making the podcast suck. He's doing the hashtag blame Jeremy thing, which is why that's on every single one of my videos in the comments now.
Okay.
That's Dylan. Also, I don't know if you've done it yet, but Junkie After Midnight needs to switch to Saturdays. I do agree with that because Fridays I can only watch part of it because I have to work all Saturday. I have an 8-hour shift, and I don't know. I just that'd be a great way to end my Saturday. We would kick back, watch your live stream for hour and a half. You do that. And hopefully I'll be caught up on DC Rebirth so I won't get any spoilers by the time that happens. And
I'll just get all the spoilers then.
you wouldn't care though. Yeah, you don't. She never reads DC at all, so she wouldn't really care. And I think I've said some stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. But lastly, I would love to see that video of you going through every single one of your boxes, like a whole series of videos, and explaining how you file your stuff. So I'm really curious when you have something that massive, because I alphabetize my stuff, except for Star Wars, because there's so much Star Wars, it had to have its own box, and it's going to have its second box soon. That's practically full. That long box is practically full. So I would love a video like that. Why do I collect? Because I wanted to. I think it started out, honestly, with Bionicle comics because they came in a Lego magazine. I collected Star Wars Insider Lego magazine as a kid. I still have all my Star Wars Insiders. My Lego magazines fell apart. They were my faves, and they just loved them to death. Specifically, I always loved the page where those kids came up with their own creative ideas on shit, on like little planes and stuff, and they built their own thing, and they would take a photo. You take actually a film photo originally, and you mailed it in.
Oh goodness.
And I got Lego magazine into like my middle school years because of that. That, and I'd like to see what Star Wars Legos were coming out. And then it got to a point with Legos where it's just too much stuff.
Yeah.
I still have all my Legos. Dylan needs to come up here and take them from me. I know he wants to. We've talked about it before. But he just doesn't want to drive the 9 hours to get to here. But I got into comic collecting. It started with Star Wars. It started with Revenge of the Sith, actually. The comic book series. And I bought the first 2 issues and someone stole them out of my bag at the mall.
That's slightly depressing.
Yeah, so my dad was like, because the other 2 issues out, I was so bummed, I was just really depressed, and my dad bought me the trade of Revenge of the Sith. And I collected trades. I still collect trades. That's why all that's over since 2006. So 10 years worth of Star Wars collecting, and I've collected mainly Star Wars. Then I got really burnt out on Star Wars right around Knight Errant. Actually, Knight Errant hadn't started yet. We just watched. There was Knights of the Old Republic was ending, and war happened, and I think I checked out then. And I got into Walking Dead. Well, I got into Stephen King's Dark Tower series. I was a big Stephen King reader in middle school and early high school, and I read a lot of the Dark Tower. And I got into Walking Dead, and that spun off. And then eventually in college, I started collecting single issues. Because my buddy Devin was collecting them, Devin's Comics. For those of you who remember that YouTuber. So I like to call him a has-been. I love you, Devin. But I just kept collecting and here's where I am now. That sort of thing. And how big do I want my collection? As big as I feel like it needs to be. There's no real goal in mind. I'll just collect when I feel like it.
It just has to fit in the house.
It has to fit in the house. I wish this whole room could just be a comic room, but I also have to live in it. She doesn't live in it, but... So we don't have that problem yet.
Yet. It's okay. My tiny collection compared to your big collection.
We'll just have a combined collection. And this is a reason to not have Cassie live with us, because her room would be my collection room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, it's good. I'm fine with that.
She's not going to be, but...
It'll be my den.
Your study.
My study! Talk about Pride and Prejudice, which is a really good story. And everyone's like, you're so gay, Jeremy. Pride and Prejudice is a woman's story. Like, no, it's not. It's a really good Victorian era piece. And the dad is who I aspire to be. Well, actually, it's Patrick Swayze from Roadhouse is who I mainly aspire to be. Because Roadhouse is what I base my life around. She does not appreciate that I've based my life around that movie.
It's all the fact that I haven't seen that movie.
I don't think you would like that movie. She watched Predator and she couldn't get over Arnold's arms and how...
Too big.
The not. Steroids is a magical device.
If you say so, Jeremy.
Yeah. She secretly wants my trap muscles to be that big.
Not even slightly.
My biceps.
No.
And my pectorals. She wants
No.
my biceps to be so big that I can't put shirts on. I'd have to have custom
Words
sleeves.
that are you're putting in my mouth. No.
Yeah. I don't think you can handle Roadhouse.
That's okay.
It's almost 280s.
Whatever, Jeremy. I don't have to handle it then.
You do. Oh my goodness. She can't even handle me right now. She's like, I hate being in this video. I hate being next to you in particular, Jeremy. You honky devil piece of shit.
Never called you a honky devil.
No, everyone else calls me the honky devil.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am. Alright, congrats, Don, on your video. Hopefully you could hear some of this because there was a little mumbling.
Sorry.
No, it was mainly me
Okay.
putting words in your mouth.
Yes, and making me mumble. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Good.
Good?
Good.
Good. Great.
Wonderful.
I need a beer.
They're right over there.
They are, but they're warm. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have a refrigerator down here. Anyway, have a nice day, dude. Talk to me soon so we can get you on the podcast.